The mighty Mississippi, America's second largest river, is not mighty anymore. Drought conditions are bringing this vital transportation waterway to a halt.
The climate crisis is also top of mind for many voters. The Mississippi River is at historically low levels.
Let's turn now to the effects of the ongoing drought in the South and Midwest. In Tennessee this morning, the water level of the Mississippi River is at an all-time low.
The Mississippi River, the second largest river in North America and a crucial water source, recently experienced a shocking event. Plunging to record lows in October 2022, it surprised everyone when water levels started rising rapidly in 2023, eventually leading to flooding. However, a recent development has left experts and authorities baffled. What could this be? Well, you're about to find out. Stay tuned as we reveal the latest update on the Mississippi. Before delving into the recent shocking development at the Mississippi, it's essential to have a quick overview of the river itself, as it will aid your understanding of the recent occurrence. The Mississippi River holds the title of being the longest river in North America, covering an expansive area of approximately 1.2 million square miles, along with its major tributaries. An impressive 1/8 of the entire North American continent is embraced by this grand river. Its journey commences at Lake Itasca in Minnesota, flowing due south across the continental interior. On its way, it gathers water from significant tributaries like the Missouri River in the west and the Ohio River in the east, before eventually reaching the Gulf of Mexico through a vast delta southeast of New Orleans, covering a total distance of about 2,340 miles. With such an extensive network of tributaries, the Mississippi River drains all or part of 31 U.S. states and 2 provinces in Canada. Often regarded as the 4th longest river globally, this distinction is based on adding the lengths of the Missouri, Jefferson, and Red Rock systems to the Mississippi downstream of the Missouri-Mississippi confluence, summing up to 3,710 miles. However, if we consider its proper length, which is 2,340 miles, it ranks as the 20th longest river in the world, with 19 other rivers surpassing its length. Impressively, the Mississippi River boasts a water rate of approximately 600,000 cubic feet per second, making it the largest of its kind in North America and the 8th greatest in the world. Being the central river of what is arguably the most industrialized society globally, it remains a bustling waterway, often considered the busiest in the world. Due to its cultural significance, the Mississippi holds a special place in the consciousness of North Americans. But what is the significance of the Mississippi River to America? The Mississippi River holds tremendous importance to America, being the second longest river and chief river of the second largest drainage system in North America, surpassed only by the Hudson Bay drainage system. As America's second longest river, it plays a crucial role in providing fresh water to communities along its course. Although there is no recent comprehensive figure for the total number of people dependent on the Mississippi River Basin, a study from the Upper Mississippi River Conservation Committee in January 2000 estimated that at least 15 million people rely on the river for fresh water in just the upper half of the basin, from Cairo, Illinois to Minneapolis, Minnesota. This number is close to the 1982 figure, which suggested that approximately 18 million people depended on the river. Beyond its role as a vital freshwater source, the Mississippi River serves as the lifeblood of commerce in the area and for the entire United States. The agricultural industry along the basin is particularly significant, currently producing 92% of America's agricultural exports, 78% of the world's exports in feed grains and soybeans, and a large portion of the nation's livestock and hogs. Additionally, the river's importance for shipping is evident as it facilitates the transportation of approximately 500 million tons of goods. These shipments include petroleum and petroleum products, iron and steel, grain, rubber, paper, wood, coffee, coal, chemicals, and edible oils, making it a crucial artery for the nation's economy. Moreover, the Mississippi River is an ecologically vital habitat, supporting numerous important species. Around 25% of fish species in North America, a total of 260 species, thrive in its waters. The Upper Mississippi River alone is home to 145 species of amphibians and reptiles, as well as over 50 species of mammals. During spring and migration, about 40% of waterfowl rely on the river corridor for sustenance. From what has been said, it's obvious Mississippi River's immense significance lies in its role as a connecting force that impacts nearly all living things in North America and beyond. However, this importance was brought into sharp focus in 2022 when the Tennessee part of the river experienced a historically low water level of -10.75 feet due to the effects of climate change and prolonged droughts. This unprecedented event caused severe navigational challenges for boats along the stretch between Cairo, Illinois, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's essential to note that the Mississippi River has faced record low water levels even before 2022. As far back as 1954, such occurrences have been documented, with notable examples like -10.7 feet in Memphis, Tennessee on February 10, 1937, -6.1 feet in St. Louis on January 16, 1940, and -6.7 feet in Greenville, Mississippi on February 4, 1964. However, the historic low level in 2022 presented unique challenges, leaving commercial barges struggling to stay afloat and causing around 2,000 more barges to be backed up, waiting for passage through the deepest channels. Interestingly, the dry conditions during the low water period also exposed a submerged world that had remained hidden for decades. Sunken ships and a variety of missing nautical equipment emerged above the water's surface, alongside new islands that appeared during the drought period. But in a surprising turn of events, water levels in the Mississippi River began to rise this year. After several months of precipitation, water levels increased significantly, with rises ranging from 5 to 25 feet in various parts of the river, as reported by U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Public Affairs Officer Lisa Parker. This unexpected surge caught many by surprise, especially considering the concerns about the river drying up. To add to the river's mood swings, the rising water levels transitioned to a flood towards the end of the second week of April, with the crest occurring during the last week of the month. In late April through the early part of May 2023, the upper Mississippi River Valley experienced major to moderate flooding, presenting significant challenges to communities along its course. Floodwaters surged, causing widespread damage, inundating homes, businesses, and farmlands, and forcing residents to evacuate. The high water levels were attributed to several factors. Notably, an abnormally deep snowpack across the headwaters of the Mississippi River and its northern tributaries played a crucial role. A colder than normal March followed by a rapid warm-up in April led to a quick snowmelt, with some areas experiencing over 20 inches of snowpack on April 1st, which drastically reduced to just a trace by mid-month. While some of the snowmelt was absorbed into the ground, a significant amount drained into the Mississippi River basin. Additionally, April saw above-average rainfall, further contributing to the snowmelt and adding more runoff into the river systems. Late-season winter storms also contributed by depositing additional snow across the northern regions, further elevating water levels. However, despite the recent surging water levels, the Mississippi River is facing a shocking development. It appears that the Mississippi River is sadly becoming a shadow of itself. It's losing tons of water and showing no sign of ever becoming filled again. In Cairo, Illinois, where the Ohio River joins the Mississippi, water levels have dropped over 6 feet in recent weeks, with forecasts suggesting a further decline of more than 4 feet by the end of July. This would push the Ohio River into its so-called low stage, making navigation difficult for barges and narrowing shipping lanes. Similarly, areas like St. Louis and Memphis are also projected to experience significant declines in water levels. But what could be the cause of this shocking decline? And what are the plans to tackle this situation? Right before we delve into the cause and potential solutions for the declining water levels in the Mississippi River, it's worth noting that there are some other significant rivers in the world with similar issues. By the end of this video, you'll discover one particular water body that has captured our attention amidst the global concern over drying rivers. Now, back to the factors leading to the declining water levels of Mississippi. One major factor causing the declining water levels of this river is climate change. The ongoing mega-drought in the western part of the U.S., caused primarily by high temperatures associated with global warming, has significant implications for the water levels of the Mississippi River, approximately 60% of the U.S. surface, with around 87% of the western U.S., is experiencing drought in 2023, and projections suggest that this mega-drought could persist until 2030. Climate change has altered weather patterns and led to a decrease in rainfall, affecting the Mississippi River's water supply. While California's drought is directly linked to global warming, the Mississippi River is experiencing reduced rainfall and significant water loss from its tributaries due to changing weather conditions. Another critical factor impacting the river's water levels is overusage. The agricultural sector plays a vital role in the region, and agricultural activities consume substantial amounts of water. Additionally, the growing population has led to increased dependence on the river's water resources. So, now that Mississippi is drying up again, what are things being done to counteract its effects? The Army Corps of Engineers has taken proactive measures to address the drought conditions on the Mississippi River by initiating a drought watch and closely monitoring water levels due to the lack of rainfall. The lock and dam network on the river plays a crucial role in facilitating commerce and trade. In April, the Corps monitored flooding and considered closing the locks to ensure vessel safety. As summer progresses, the Corps continues to monitor conditions to maintain sufficient water in the lock channels for vessels to pass. Elizabeth Nelson, the Army Corps of Engineers Water Management Supervisor, emphasizes that the lock and dam system is designed to cope with drought conditions, preventing the river from drying up and ensuring it remains a critical economic center. To combat the drought's impact, the Corps has implemented strategies such as dredging the river to increase the depth and diverting water flow to maintain adequate channel levels. However, despite these efforts, the challenges remain significant, and more radical solutions may be needed to address the issue effectively. Meanwhile, another body of water that has captured attention for its long-term decline is the Caspian Sea, located between Asia and Europe. Satellite images from the Kazakhstan Garsh-Sapari National Space Agency reveal that the Caspian Sea is drying up, with the seabed in the northern part exposed. Over 15 years, from 2008 to 2023, the water surface area of Kazakhstan's part of the Caspian Sea has decreased by 7.1%, declining from 113,866 square kilometers to 105,745 square kilometers. The drying up of both the Mississippi River and the Caspian Sea underscores the urgency of addressing the broader issues of climate change and water management. Subscribe to Beyond Discovery and see you in the next episode.